Hey guys, it is giveaway time. So we just passed 700. I did pick up another hashtag sticker book for you guys. This time we have the Paige Evans hashtag sticker book, which is 1,163 stickers. I decided that for this one, I'm gonna try and do another international. The past couple ones, other than the one that went to Canada, have all been domestic. And I know I said I wasn't going to do international giveaway until I don't know when, but I figured maybe if I just send a sticker book, we'll see how much it costs and see if maybe I can kind of do some internationals with just something smaller. So I figured this time I'm gonna have it just for international peoples, because I know you guys kind of get the short end of the stick a lot of the times when you are watching a lot of people who do giveaways and we can't do international. So if you are international subby, comment below. I am really interested in everybody, where you live. I know we've kind of done this before where everyone has shared where they live, and it's always super interesting. I know I have a lot of friends in Canada. I know I have a few Swedish friends, a few people from New Zealand. So anybody, even if you're within the US, I'd still like to know where you are. And then in about a week, I will randomly pull a giveaway person who's international and see if I can't send you the sticker book and see if maybe I can do that. If it still ends up being too much, then after this I really will just have to wait on international people, but I want to give it one more go because I love you guys too, and I don't want you to feel like you can't try and win stuff. So yeah, comment below where you're from to enter the giveaway. I'll pull it in about a week. Make sure you come back here to see who won, because we almost had another incident where the person won didn't comment back, and I had to try and catch them on another video as soon as they commented, like, you won the last giveaway, come and comment and, you know, let me give you your information. So yes, if you want to win the hashtag sticker book, I'll also let you pick from the two Chamel pens that are left. I have a pink and a purple Chamel pen. I told you guys last giveaway about a pack of these and I only wanted the black. So I mean, either one would go with this one. So just let me know, I guess when you comment, or if you win, I'll ask you which color you want. You get to pick between pink or purple. I'm gonna get into the process video now. I love you guys. Thank you so much for 700. I'll see you later. Hey guys, it's Kelsey and I'm back with layout 5 with How to Kill a Kit with Style August. So this is a paper issues challenge. It's called Pinspire Me. So that is the Pinterest mood board we were given to inspire this page, which is very summery, very watermelon-y. And I do have some greens and pinks still in this collection, so I just decided to go ahead and pull out all the green and pink scraps I had and start with a green 12 by 12, which I think is my last green 12 by 12. So that's really sad because I really liked using those as my full sheets. But we're getting to the end of this paper pad, so what are you gonna do? I decided to start with this leafy green one and then just pull in all the pinks into my layerings. I actually did have some actual watermelon die cuts in this die cut set that I did not think I was going to get to use. I know pineapples are very Hawaii, all those other kind of random things I could reason pulling in, but the watermelons I didn't really feel like I could until I got this mood board. I'm like, okay, well that's it. They have to get on a page now. So I'm gonna try and use this story in a way that kind of loops them in so they're not super random. Which I think I did. Hopefully you guys will agree. But I just went ahead and pulled in a bunch of green and pink die cuts as well, just so I kind of knew what I was going to work with. I pulled in a few corally pieces. I wasn't sure if I was going to pull them in or not, but I wanted to have them out in case I went down that route. But yeah, so first thing I'm going to do, see, I'm trying to pull in that coral scrap. I love that paper so much. I go with a hot pink though. I kind of was on the fence about which color I was going to pull in, but hot pink definitely has it, especially with that mood board. So I decided to take this scrap of the gold foiled pineapples and just tear it down the middle on the diagonal and have that as a top strip and a bottom strip. I think that adds a lot of cool detail. In hindsight, well, not even in hindsight, like not even halfway through tearing the piece, I was like, oh man, I wish I would have just cut it on a diagonal and then distressed it with a tool. I think it would have ended up looking nicer. It does look super messy when you free tear the edges, which is the point most of the time when you do it. You kind of want that more raw edge, and I don't mind it in the end. But my intention was for it to be a little cleaner than that. But I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. I just know I kind of want that on the top and bottom just to add a little bit of interest while I start working in the middle. I know right away I kind of want to stagger these photos like this. I've been doing a lot of multi-photo layouts during Hawaii just because I have so many pictures. I really need to get more than one on most of these pages, but it was getting a little stale stacking them right next to each other. So I decided this time I would stagger them a little bit. So that's what I'm going to go with. That top left photo is when we are hiking up. So you can really see how steep some of the areas got while we were hiking, which is why I was so tired, even though the hike itself wasn't terribly long. That's how steep we were going, and I'm not in the best of shape. So at the top there, you can see my mom and my brother. They were ahead of me by a good distance the entire time. They were both in great shape. But it did afford me some opportunities to get some photos of them. So that's them going up on the left side, and then on the right side, that photo is us going down, which I enjoyed much more. You see my brother and then my mom a little farther out. So I just kind of have us going up and down the hill as we do, or mountain, I guess, as we do this hike. I did want to point out the edge of that mountain in that right photo. You can see how staircased and rigid layered it is like that. That's stacked. I mentioned that in a previous layout, and I meant to point it out in a future page where you could really see the edge of that mountain, what I was talking about when I said the mountains on the north side are really different from the mountains on the east side of Oahu. So those are what I mean about the mountains on North Shore being super like staircased like that, as opposed to the ones you're seeing on our horse trail ride where the mountain ridges look super drapey. So I think that's really cool to point out that difference to kind of get to really see that. But right now I am just using my scraps to try and layer some stuff up. I don't cut into any more 12 by 12s. I just use the 12 by 12 as my background and pull just from my scraps for the rest of it, I believe. So I'm going to use this polka dot as the large horizontal piece just because that's what it was as a scrap. And then I do use this hot pink palm tree paper to kind of stretch vertically to kind of encase that top of the photos. And I'm just kind of building out with scraps, just trying to use them however I can. They are really limiting when you only have them in a certain size. Ideally, I would have liked this palm tree paper to kind of stretch to both sides, but I didn't have one in a large enough chunk to pull to the right side because you can see that gap over the second photo wouldn't have really worked. But I think it kind of looks cool. It's a little, interesting how it ends up. So I'm just going to keep building like that pretty much this whole time. I do pull in this kind of corally, but it was more hot pink than the other coral. So I felt like I could work it in as a large horizontal piece. So I do end up just cutting a little scallopy border to go down there. I just wanted something of a different color to run along the bottom. And it did look very watermelon to me, even though it's not the hot pink like the other pinks. I just felt like it still went. It matches my brother's shirt really well. And we didn't even mean to do this. It was a complete accident. All three of us ended up wearing pink shirts this day. And my brother's is a little bit more salmon. So that's why I think that scallop piece really works because it goes with his shirt perfectly. But I thought that was really funny how all of us just happened to be wearing pink this day. But I'm going to go ahead and get that stuff glued down. I don't know if I'm gluing it all down yet because I'm still not sure if I'm done with my layers. I definitely want to make sure I get these watermelons on here, so I'm kind of starting to play with where I want them. I end up putting them like this. I really like how that one builds off the top and the other one builds off of this arm that reaches to the right. So I'm kind of thinking those are going to be my two embellishment clusters. That makes sense to me spatially. So that's what I'm going to do. I just need to build a little bit more. I thought about using that green tag, but it blended up in too much with the green polka dot that was behind it. So I just went into my stash and pulled in one of these gold and white tags. But then once I pulled in the white, I was like, that's the only white thing on here. I need something else that's white. So I did just grab a scrap of doily to put behind the other watermelon so that the white was now balanced as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get that glued down. I really like the introduction of the white, but I didn't want to overdo it because this is very pink and green. I want it to be very true to the mood board. But I couldn't have that tag on there without making the white make sense somewhere else. So that's just my thought process behind that. I am going to grab some twine for that tag. I actually have some green and pink twine that I don't think I've ever used, maybe a couple times. And I thought it might be interesting to put them both on this tag together. So that was kind of something new for me and kind of something fun to do. I don't know that I would do it all the time, but I think it's kind of fun and whimsical and brings those two colors into that tag as well. So that was kind of cool. I'm still trying to build a little bit more off of the tag section. I kind of think I'm reaching the end of what I can do with the die cuts, but I did go to Tuesday Mornings recently and I found this really cute sticker set that's multicolored puffy sticker that are like title letters and stuff. It's called New Roads, and I thought that some of the colors actually were really perfect with this mood board, so you'll see me pull that in a minute. But yeah, I kind of got stuck here. I kept really wanting to try and use more scraps and more die cuts from this collection, but kind of actually after I reached this point, I was like, I feel like I pulled enough in to where I can say I used enough from the collection. I am trying to kill this collection, so I'm trying to use as much as possible. But I kind of reached the end of what I could do for this page. So I pulled in these stickers and look how cute and happy they are. They're so bright and pretty. And there's lots of pink, lots of green. I mean, there's all the colors on there if we're honest. But I decided to kind of use that to finish out my embellishment, but kind of also to do my titles. That worked out really well. They had some grouped, those, what do you call them? Words, you guys. Word stickers, puffy word sticker phrases. Yes, that all work together, and there are a few of them I kept trying to use. I went ahead and put this Discover Happiness down. I like the two-tone pink, and I like that as my title. It looks really busy sitting over that diagonal striped tag in this overhead view, but in person you can see that really easily. It's not an issue, so hopefully in the close-ups you can see that. But I'm realizing as you're looking down on this page that appears to be very busy, but in real life it's not. I did pull in a few little hearts, one green, one pink, to also pull in those colors, and now I just want to do something else on the top. So there's 3 clusters of puffy stickers that read as one. It says fill your heart with adventure, not things, which I thought was perfect because that's something we really try and do when we go on vacation. We're not really about buying a bunch of things, you know. I like getting kind of my one little souvenir, and then the rest of it, we're about having experiences. We're about doing things we can only do in that place, and that's kind of what we get the most out of when we go on vacation. So that was really loud, sorry. Someone texted me. Okay. Distracted me. It was really loud. So yeah, I thought that was a perfect sentiment. It's green. I thought it looked really good over that watermelon. So that's just going to go up there with a little pink puffy sticker. And now I think I'm pretty much done with everything. So I need to actually glue all the things down. So I'm going to do that really quick. I think there's just one more thing I add, I think. All the colors are balanced. I really like how fun those puffy stickers look in both of those areas. I got both those watermelons used up, so I was really pleased about that. I do need to do some journaling still because I do need to kind of say something about this pages and tie in the watermelons. So I go back in for another scrap. I just want something I can cut into a banner underneath that left photo to fill in that little gap that is something I can also journal on. So I'm kind of looking for a nice neutral tone-on-tone pattern. I thought about using the same paper as the background, but I didn't want the same color. So there is a second paper that is the same pattern but has a little bit more blue in it. So I just cut that into a banner. That's what I'm going to do my journaling on. So I'm going to go ahead and get that glued down. But it also helps kind of fill in that little gap. It was looking a little empty down there. So that banner really helped me with that. I am going to go through my markers and try and find a matching pink. I don't even know what color I ended up going with, but I just pulled out a few pinks and just chose the one that I thought matched the best with the pink in the layout. So I'm going to do that and do my journaling. It ends up just saying we were so ready for a fruity treat after this hike. Off to acai we go. And I thought that was really appropriate. It ties in that we wanted a refreshing fruity snack. That's what watermelon is. But it also kind of gives you a reference point on our trip. We went hiking and then we went to acai. So I don't know if the acai page will be right after this trip or not, just because my acai page tied in has all the acai we had the entire trip, not just the one we got after this. But you guys know we love acai, and it was the perfect thing to have after this hike because I was worn out. So after I journal that, I do just pull in some gold and pink Heidi Swapp Color Shine. That corner just needed something a little fun in it, so I thought doing some splatter would be great. After that, I think I'm done though, so here are the close-ups. If you guys want to play along, check out their Facebook group. I will link it below. Again, it's Paper Issues. This was a super fun mood board. There was lots of stuff in it. You could have taken it lots of different ways, but I really pulled in the watermelons because I knew I had them and I needed to use them, so it was perfect. Thanks guys for watching. Bye.